Well, hello there, friends. Another potato today. This time we're going to France. We're making a classic French gratin potatoes. It's called Gratin Dauphinoise. It's one of the most popular potato in France. You guys are gonna love it. My mom made it all the time and it's really delicious. No cheese. You're gonna see, I'm gonna share the recipe with you. I'm glad you're here. Stay tuned, I'm gonna show you exactly how to do it. Remember, thumbs up if you like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and don't forget to ring the bell. Stay tuned, friends. We're doing it right now. Okay, friends, well, yes, this has to be the most popular French potato dish, period. You ask any French people, what's the most, they're going to tell you French fries. And the Belgium people are going to say, they're not French, they're Belgium. But at the end of the day, they're going to tell you Gratin Dauphinoise. Gratin Dauphinoise is a potato gratin, but no cheese. No. Potato gratin, gratin dauphinoise, sorry, has no cheese. You can put some if you want, but I'm going to show you the classic way of doing it. You know, classic have changed a lot. You couldn't imagine today making a gratin potato without cheese, right? But you want to do the French style? Gratin dauphinoise. So the other day I was looking, I said, you know, I got to find a lot of French potatoes. Oh, I'm putting a little salt in a lasagna pan. And I'm going to rub a little garlic in there. That's the classic way of doing it. And then I'm going to show you the non-classic way of doing it. Which is to take the garlic and poach it in the cream and the egg you're going to put in. That's not the classic way of doing it, but we're not in France. And the classic chef then created this. Are probably all gone in heaven and they'll forgive me. So look, guys. We're going to rub it in there, right there, like that, right? And then I'm going to push it aside just for a second. And I'm going to take a knife, and I'm going to slice the garlic so thin, friends, then you're hardly going to know it's in there. And also remember, the garlic, if you poach it. See, look at this. That was like so thin. It's transparent. You won't even know. It's going to be in the background. Don't clean the cutting board with a knife, Jean-Pierre. Not supposed to do that. What was I saying? Oh, yeah. It's so, when you poach garlic, it's the mildest garlic you can have, folks, is when you poach. I got to clean my knife. It's driving me nuts. It's, when you poach the garlic, it's when you got to clean it. See, you got to clean it. It's the mildest garlic you got. Then you got the roasted garlic, which is very flavorful, but still pretty mild. And then you got the sauteed garlic, which is the strongest way to have garlic in anything, right? So now we're going to bring back the dish, which has been lightly kissed with garlic. And I said lightly because it's really not much at all. Then we're going to take regular butter with a brush, and we're going to brush the dish. All right. So far, friends, you notice that everything I do is simple. I try to do simple stuff. Because if I don't do simple stuff, you're not going to do it. What's the sense of showing you something if you're not going to do it? So this is the kind of thing, like your kids are hungry, you want to make a little gratin dauphinoise. Then you go right ahead and do a gratin dauphinoise. When the kids ask you, what is this, Mom? Gratin dauphinoise. Give it to them with a French accent. It sounds better. So I add extra garlic. I don't need it. I got russet potatoes, just regular russet potatoes. No, it's better if you have a mandolin. If you don't have a mandolin, you slice them thin. Okay? It goes a lot faster with a mandolin, okay? When you use one of those, friends, I highly recommend you use the guard. Okay? Except when it's so high, it's more dangerous. So when it's high like that, you don't use a mandolin. And remember now, you flip the potatoes. Every so often you go in, and then you flip it on the other side. Now when you get, oh, I want to show you what I got. What I get, look. This is what I got. See, they're not too thin. They're like what, a millimeter? All right, friends? Look, I got my cream going. So I got, the dish I got here, friends. The dish I got is a 10 by 10, 2 quarts. I got 3/4 cream, 2/4 milk. Okay, a lot of people just make it with milk. I like to make the two of them. We're gonna put a little salt and pepper, because you're not putting any cheese. So you gotta put a lot of salt in there, friends, because you're not putting cheese. And then a little bit of black pepper. You should really use white pepper, but I don't like white pepper. So, but you use whatever makes you happy. And friends, it doesn't really matter how you put them in, because you're not going to see it. The only one you're going to see is going to be the one on the top. Okay? I promise you. The only one you're going to see is the one on the top. The one over there, you're not going to see it when you break them all up. And don't worry about it. Some of them are little pieces, and it doesn't matter. We're not making a food competition here. We're cooking food for the kids. They're hungry. They want to eat a gratin dauphinoise. So, and you'll see, it's made to be served in a dish like this. Okay, so, always, no matter what, friends, always put your hands up. Like, never go like this, okay? Like this. And when you get close to the end, you got this right there, look. You can't cut yourself with this, okay? All right, you get down. Very simple so far, right? Okay, you got one layer. All right, one layer. It came out pretty good, the one layer. Okay, now here's what you do. You take it. This is so simple to make. Oh, another thing that is not traditional, and don't tell the French people I did it, okay? Put a little fresh thyme. 1 teaspoon of chopped fresh thyme leaves. Not traditional. So this is already, I'm already getting 20 French people that said, hey, this is not gratin dauphinoise. And then you put a little nutmeg. So now they're all good with me. See? A little nutmeg. Again, nutmeg, like everything else, friends, I want it in the back. I want it in the background. I don't want you to taste this thing, automatically go, oh my goodness, I know there's nutmeg in there. It should be like you're eating and you go, is that nutmeg in there? It's like in the background. Any good spice should be in the background. Any good seasoning of any kind should be in the background. Right? You're with me? Look, guys, now you're going to take your cream and milk, and you're going to do like this. So okay, cream and milk, no cheese. You're going to say, really, no cheese? No, no cheese. No cheese. Now, you certainly can, and you continue. And I'm going to go on. I'm going to go on like that, and I'm not going to talk the whole time, because I'm just here with Jack, and he doesn't want me to talk that much. But I'll continue doing this. One layer, I'll do one more layer, and then I'm going to continue with the next potatoes, and the next potatoes, and the next potatoes, and a little more cream, and I'm going to continue like that. And friends, I see you on the other side, and when I put them in the oven. Like I said, don't tell anybody I told you to put thyme leaf in there, because I'll deny it. I see you when I'm done, friends. Well, I want you to make sure you push down, okay? The last layer is the only layer you're really going to see, so you want to make it look pretty a little bit. And then you can put one more. But I am going to adjust my recipe, friends, because I have a little too much here. I don't need all this. You know, I have probably, I'll have to measure this. But I will adjust the recipe for the 10 by 10 dish. Okay, I'll adjust it so you'll be just fine doing it. Now, at this point, you can add a little bit of freshly cracked black pepper on it, because we already got the nutmeg on it. Since we're not going to put any cheese on it, we can make this look a little pretty right here. Boom, boom, boom. Voila. And we might be, I don't know if a little bit of extra nutmeg right there. So now, there you go. Beautiful. Now, you also want to make sure you clean your dish before you bake it. So if there is any cream or milk, you just clean it up. Then what you want to do, really important, friends, I forgot to take it, but I will take it in a minute, is you want to cover this with aluminum paper. I don't like to use aluminum paper, but I don't have a choice. There's nothing that will replace it. So I'm going to put the aluminum paper right there. And also, very important, friends, I'm gonna go get one before I put it in the oven. But you want to make sure you put this on a cookie sheet. Don't bake it like this in the oven, friends, because when the cream and the milk boils, some of it is going to come out, and guess where it's going to come out? On your oven. And then what a mess it is to clean. So you put it on a cookie sheet. All right, we're going to go at the oven at 365, 360 degrees. And then we're going to keep it in there 40 minutes. 40 minutes from now, because they're very thin, the potatoes. If they're not thin like that, you may want to go for an hour. And we're going to take the cover up and brown them a little bit, all right? So I'll be back in about 40 minutes. I'm going to put them on the cookie sheet first. Okay, friends. Well, I took it out of the oven. I cleaned it up a little bit because I wanted to take a picture. So I clean it up a little bit. When it comes out, though, it's going to be messy. You got it. If you want to put it on the table, which is what my mom used to do, put it right on the table. Everybody just dig in, or she would serve us. And you get a spoon of it. Because it's not like a gratin potato. You're going to get the perfect little serving. You know, this is more easy family thing. Now, you can add some cheese, like I said before. But don't tell them I told you so. So I want to share a couple of things with you. How do you know when they cook? You know, sometimes they could take longer. Those took a total of an hour and a half, friends. Okay, depends how high your dish is. You know, if it's not too high, it's going to take a little less time. But those were pretty high. You know, remember, I got 4 potatoes in there, so I got like 5, 6 layers of, maybe 8 layers of potatoes. So it took a little while. But you know when they cook. By the way, okay, so the first hour that I cooked them I put this on there, first hour, right? And then you got to take that out if you want to get some color, otherwise you're not going to get any color. You got to make sure then your toothpick goes in and out easy, okay? If it doesn't go in and out easy, your potatoes are not cooked. And if you feel them, you feel resistance in the potatoes, that means they're not cooked. You're supposed to go in and out easy. Okay, and a minute. So an hour covered and a good half hour not covered to give it a nice color. I put a time on it because I like it. It looks nice for the picture. You don't have to put the time on it, right? And one more thing. Oh, you don't want to show you. You see that cookie sheet, dirty that is? That would be in the oven. So don't forget to put it on the cookie sheet when you do it. It's little things sometimes that make such a big difference, friends. I'm going to have a little bite of it. We get a fork. I always forget something. And I'm just going to have a little bite of it because I want to show you what it looks like. And it doesn't matter where I grab it. Here. Let me grab it where it's prettier, but it doesn't matter. And now, like I said, this is not a cheesy gratin potatoes, okay? If you can see what it looks like, it's really, I find it very pretty, and you can serve it. So it's not a classy, perfect, like I make some of my gratin potato in my mold where they look perfect. But you see, to me, this looks beautiful. This right there, next to a steak, next to a chicken, next to anything, is perfect. And if you look inside the pot frame, you see you have liquid because, remember, there's no eggs, there's no cheese to bind it, right? So it's a little liquid, but most of the thickness comes from the starch of the potatoes. And this is gorgeous. So, I'm not going to move it. You can certainly, of course, cut it with a fork. And the flavor of it, that reminds me of my mom so much. Friends, it really is delicious. It's simple. It's not something you're going to find in a Michelin-star restaurant. It's something you're going to find in somebody's home. Friends, I hope you make it. I'm glad you were here to watch it. I hope you make it, and your family is going to love it, I promise you. Thumbs up if you like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to ring the bell. Thanks for watching, friends. Wow. That really reminds me of my mom. That's phenomenal. I could have put more salt. I hope I told them to put salt in there. Here's that. Wait till you test him. You're going to like him. Give me a plate.